There are no coincidences in Outlander, and all of the characters are connected, and Joe Abernathy is no exception to that. In fact, Joe plays a critical part in many of the storylines in the show, and if we continue following the books, he will be returning this season or next. Now is the time to scroll if you do not want Outlander spoilers. Before we delve into this, I just want to say that while this is a fictional universe and story that we are discussing, the atrocities of slavery are not, and we need to be very mindful of that in the way that we discuss this part of the story. Joe Abernathy, he is one of my favorite characters in Outlander. I have always thought that it was pretty obvious that he was a descendant from one of the slaves who escaped to freedom from the Abernathy plantation in the Jamaica season 3. Remember when Jamie and Claire were in Jamaica, they run into Gayla's again, and she is going by the title Mistress Abernathy. And we know that in the story during that time, any of the slaves who lived on her plantation took on the surname Abernathy. And at this point in the story, Jamie and Claire meet a gentleman named Ishmael, and that is in fact Joe Abernathy's son's name. It would make sense that this is Joe's ancestor. Ishmael has found his way to freedom, and he is known as a legendary tribal medicine man, and that would really tie into Joe's storyline here. And when Claire meets him, one of the first things that she notes is that his voice sounds exactly like Joe's. She also remembers that that is Joe's son's name. So this is an Easter egg. Diana doesn't do things for no reason. Everything in the books, every character has an important role to play. And though you don't see this as much in the show, Joe plays a critical part in all of Claire's story. He actually affects so much of it moving forward. In the books, Joe knows about time travel. He is actually the one who helped Roger and helped him get to the realization that Brianna had traveled through the stones to help Jamie and Claire. We continue following the events of the books. He is going to be the one that helps Brianna to escape from the freaking crazy people who kidnapped Jemmy because of the Fraser prophecy. And it was actually Joe who helped Brianna and Roger when they came back through the stones in the 60s and saved their daughter. This is not a coincidence. Joe is just another example of how every character, every storyline, everything is predestined and everyone is connected in the Outlander universe. Joe is responsible for so many of the events. It's like it's glossed over in the show, but it's really important. If you want to learn more about his ancestors, read the novellas. There's just so much more here, and I don't think the show is going to have time to delve into it, but I'm very interested to see where it's going to go in the books.